This is a short instructional video to show how to replace the hinge roller shoe on a Pella window. This is an older Pella window which was placed about 1988. We've had some difficulty in closing this window and getting it tight, as evidenced by the paint that's been peeling off. So we've decided it's time to figure out what was wrong. And we were able to determine that this white piece here that slides in that track is defective. So we called Pella, and they were able to determine that this hinge roller shoe needed to be replaced, and its part number 0FAD00PO. Could be O's, could be zeros, but that's the part, and it's called the hinge roller shoe. So back to how to get to it, you need to remove about 5 screws. There's 3 here in this hinge. 1, 2, 3, and then you can close the crank and get that out of the way. Then this hinge you need to remove by this one big screw on this side. But you don't need to worry about taking off the top hinge because that'll help hold your window in place on the top and you won't lose your window. So that's with the hinge out of the way, and you can see that that plastic is stopped on that last screw that you need to remove. So you remove that screw and slide the window over to that cutout and pull it towards the outside. Here it is to the outside. You can see that little part that has 3 little pieces sticking up next to that screw. And having examined my previous part, I knew that that groove had to come up, but I didn't know quite sure how to place it into this bracket. It wouldn't quite fit in that wider part. So I tried placing the groove over the little ridges, but that's not going to work because it has to slide along that groove in the frame of the window. So that made me wonder if I had the wrong part, because even in that position I couldn't slide it into the cutout. It was too tall. Maybe the part had changed, I thought. So I examined my old part and compared it with, there's actually 2 parts in this bag and they're different. Notice that one side is taller than the other, and my old broken part was taller on the right as we look at it, and the part I was trying to put in was taller on the left. So having the right part, which is the middle one, I was able to see that that part would slide into this groove. And in this picture you can see where the bracket, the hinge bracket, is out of the way, and you can see where the slide in the plastic groove slides into the frame of the window. And then the part fits inside that bracket quite snugly, so you have to squeeze it a little bit. You can see it's kind of pinched in there, but it fits snugly in there. And then from that point you slide it into the window frame through that recessed cutout. This is now in position where I've placed the groove into that frame and slid the window over. And then you can replace the brackets and screws all back together again, and the window is finished. And it closes very nicely.